Okay, hi guys, this is Mayo, and I am going to be starting my playthrough of RimWorld. If you're not familiar with this game, it is about crash landing on an alien planet and having to build a colony on there to survive. End game, your main goal is to try to build a spaceship so you can get off the planet again. That's most likely not going to be happening in this, but we'll do our best here. So you have a few different options on what the starting scenario is. The default one, what I'm going to be using, you have 3 people, you have like decent equipment that you start with. The other one you have here is the Rich Explorer, where you just have 1 person, and you have a lot more money and tools and everything. There's also the Lost Tribe, where you have 5 people, but you have very basic equipment. You can also just go in here and edit whatever you want on it. Let me do it. And just do whatever I think you can go like all the way up to like 15 people to start with if you want. Or not, because it keeps automatically putting it 10. But anyway, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can add all sorts of different items or stuff. One thing that's kind of cool, you just randomize the seed for it, so it'll just give you whatever stuff it feels like. So this would be, start with 1 person, you start with power armor, get all sorts of crazy stuff there. Or you start with 4 people and you have a cobra. But anyway, I'm just gonna do the classic mode. After that, you select your difficulty and your AI storyteller, which are 2 separate things. So difficulty is just going to be when bad things happen to you, how tough are they, which I'm just going to put it on the normal setting. The storyteller, though, determines how often and what type of events are going to be happening to you. Cassandra Classic, she just kind of puts it on a steady curve, so that the more you play, the harder it's going to get. Phoebe Chillax, she goes highs and lows. You'll have tough events that happen, but then you have a long period of time before the next one happens. And then Randy Random will just do whatever he feels like at any given time. And I've heard that this one, they can also like stack multiple events happening at the same time. I'm just gonna put it on the classic one. I was gonna turn permadeath mode on. That just means that you can't save scum. And I'm gonna create our world. I need to pick a place where we're gonna land. Just do that. Okay, now I need to pick who my starting survivors are. You don't have the ability to actually change any of their stats. All you can do is just keep hitting randomize until you get people that you like. This part I'm probably gonna just skip over while I just start looking through, trying to find exactly the ones that I want, and then we'll come back once I get it. Okay, so I think I found some ones that I'm not exactly happy about, but I think I'll be able to work with this. The main thing I was looking for is I wanted 1 character that's good at researching, 1 character that's good at socializing, and 1 character that's good at gardening. I also was looking just in general to have somewhere among them a decent shooting stat. Somebody that can cook it all, and for none of them to overall be terrible at constructing, just because in the beginning of the game it was going to be the main things that I need to be paying attention to. The other roles, they can kind of just get filled in over time, I believe. So first up we have Damien DL, or Damien, who is going to be my crafter and researcher. They're also my best construction person, so in the beginning of the game that's going to be their main thing they'll be focusing on. Let's see. Backstory on them. Damien was an apprentice technician on trade ships plying their routes between the stations and planets of her home system. In this job, she learned to fix and improve many machines. Sometimes her ship was assigned to short exploratory jaunts into dangerous regions of space. This gives a bonus to construction, crafting, and research, but a minus to growing. Also, you'll notice it mentions that Damien is female in this. That's another thing I don't have the ability to change on anything. It really doesn't come into effect that much anyway, other than just like potentially who can be paired up with each other. So I wasn't really too concerned about that matching up with the actual people that they're named after. For adulthood, as chief engineer on board a large spaceship, Damien was an expert in all things fiddly and complex. She relied on other members of the crew for some of the basic necessities of life. She and her ship eventually disappeared into a long sleep voyage of exploration. So that's more where the construction and the crafting and researching is coming from. It added a minus to socially, and it says handling is disabled, which I believe is this part here of can't work with animals at all. Also, she has the traits of greedy, so she gets the mood loss if she doesn't get what she wants. So it needs a really impressive bedroom. And psychically sensitive, so she's a little bit more sensitive to psychic phenomena. Not exactly sure what that is, but we'll see. There's also a bite scar on her left fourth toe, which is oddly specific. I know this game goes really in depth on the health system, but I didn't realize it actually separates out by every toe mattering. It's interesting. And apparently also Damien and General Pingu were ex-lovers, so they start off already having a negative opinion of each other. Then we go on to Pingu, who is our socialite. The main purpose of this is that, well, there's two. First off, that when we have visitors come in, this will be my character. It's going to be trading with them to get the best prices. And then later in the future, if we start taking in prisoners, this will be the one that's the warden trying to get them to join our side. For Pengu's backstory, they were a refugee as a child. So it says war broke out in Pengu's home when he was a baby. His parents fled with him, seeking safety wherever they could find it. Pengu's earliest memories are of being taught how to defend himself. The violence and destruction he witnessed left him scarred for life, which makes him better at shooting and melee, and has, firefighting disabled. I didn't notice that part. But it doesn't say incapable of firefighting here, so maybe that doesn't matter since he's an adult now. That worries me, because when I get to Cody, I have Pyromaniac as a trait, but we'll see. I guess people have one character that for sure can put out fires if that happens. For adulthood, Pengu traveled his home world with a company of actors, playing to packed theaters and loving audiences everywhere. He was a perfectionist and made his own props and costumes rather than the ones he was given. This gives him the huge bonus to socializing and crafting. Ooh, but it also disables... I didn't actually read all of this earlier. It disables plant cutting, which is fine, but it also disables hauling and cleaning. Hauling is going to be really important in the beginning. And I mean, the cleaning's not a huge... Oh yeah, they are incapable of dumb labor. Okay, we'll see how this goes. That might be an issue. I don't know exactly what you're going to be doing in the beginning of the game, then, because you're also bad at constructing. So... But they're good at shooting. Well, sort of. They're good at shooting, but they're also trigger happy, which means that they're not as good at shooting. They're also one that's greedy, and they're psychically dull, so instead of being sensitive to it, they're not sensitive. Maybe that's why Pengu and Damien couldn't work out. They can cook, though, and they're still artistic. Yeah, I think I'm still going to stick with this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to have you doing, but we'll make it work. And then Cody, who was the one I was concerned about, but now even more so, now that I found that Pengu won't put out fires. This is my character that's going to be handling growing our crops. I needed somebody that had at least an 8 because there's a specific one that I want to try to be growing that you have to have 8 as a bare minimum to even try to do it. And I had to reroll several times before finding anybody that could do that, and the few other ones I had were absolutely terrible. So this is the one that I settled on, and now I'm worried about it, but we'll see what happens. For childhood, as a child, Cody has a talent for playing musical instruments and singing. She was given expert training and loved to perform in recitals and concerts, though the lavish praise she received made her a little self-obsessed. Then as an adulthood gardener, on industrial worlds, wealth concentrates in the hands of those who own the factories and sell the goods. Cody worked at the mansion of one such rich family, tending the lavish gardens as part of a team of servants. Capable of intellectual crafting and firefighting, and the firefighting is because Cody is a pyromaniac, so occasionally she'll just start fires for no reason, and is also a psychopath. Cody has no empathy. The suffering of others doesn't bother her at all. She doesn't mind if others are butchered, left unburied, imprisoned, or sold to slavery, unless it affects her. She also feels no mood boost from socializing. Oh yeah, the biggest thing I'm just worried about is that Cody's going to start a fire, and then Damien's going to be the only one that could possibly do anything about it. We'll see what happens here. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pod before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So, three of you crash here. Let's see. We're just right here in the middle. Maybe I have an idea of what the map looks like. There's some soil up here that would be good for plants. That might be where I went to, well, that's all just mud. Or this is rich soil too, and that's closer, so I might go there. Okay, so anyway, this is where I'm thinking I want to have my crops grow. So I want to start off somewhere near this area, which is actually not that far away from where we landed in the first place. Let's see. The first thing, I just need to select all the items that they crashed with. I just need to unforbid them. That just means that I'm allowing them to interact with these objects. Here's our animal we started with. We got Melissa the cat. And she's not intelligent, so we won't be able to train her, unfortunately. Okay, who was my best shot? You have a 2, you have a 4, you have a 6, and you have the double flames in there. That just means that they're very passionate about it, so they earn experience faster in those skills. So you will take the rifle. Is Cody the next best? You get a 2. No, Damien would be next. Damien has a 4. So you'll get the pistol. Get the knife.